guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is, March 6th, 7th? Kind of lost track of time. I know my last video, I said that I was going to start vlogging every day about my weight loss and that type of thing. This video is going to be a weight loss vlog slash update slash Project Tin Pan slash what's going on slash why I'm in a different background. I guess I should just start by saying the last vlog I did was on February 28th, which was last Tuesday. On the morning of February 29th at 1 o'clock in the morning, our town in southwest Missouri was hit by a tornado, and our house was hit and severely damaged, maybe to the point of not being able to ever live in the house as it stands right now. Me, my husband, and my child were home. We did get in the basement. We're all safe. We have 2 cats and a dog. They're all safe and sound. All of our neighbors and everybody's fine, but we did, we lost the west wall of our house. It just caved in. We had an 1.5 acres of property and just huge oak and walnut trees all over it, and there's maybe 2 or 3 trees that are left standing at this point in our yard. It's been I don't know, unless you've been through something like that, it's hard to explain. We've gotten everything out of our house. We have an amazing group of friends, co-workers, and people that helped out. So sometimes when we stood around and we weren't exactly sure where to even begin, somebody was there doing something. There was people that just showed up without us even calling or asking them. They heard and they came. So anyway, as it stands right now, we had an engineer out yesterday that the insurance company sent. He looked at it. He said it's not looking good, but he has to take it back to the insurance company. They have to review, which basically I think he gives them an estimate of what the house would cost to fix, and then they at that point will decide whether or not that they will total the house. But we had a log house, and we had a rock fireplace. The fireplace was cracked on the north side of the house. The west wall was blown out. A tree fell on the south side of the house. There's massive roof damage. There's holes in a couple of places in the roof. We lost the majority of the contents that was in the living and dining room area. Lost mattresses and that type of thing, because on the east side of the house, a window blew in and blew debris and glass and that type of thing. The basement was not damaged, but there wasn't hardly anything in the basement. We had ripped everything up, and we were actually in the process of laying down porcelain tile in the basement and redoing everything. And we had just gotten to that point where we had sheetrocked and painted, and the tile was being laid. So we didn't, there wasn't hardly anything in the basement, but we did go ahead and get everything out of the house just in case they do total it. We do have a place to live. My parents live in the area. They have a huge house, thank goodness, and so we are set up camp in their home right now. So anyway, that is kind of what's happened, and that's why I haven't been vlogging daily. As far as my weight loss goes, natural disaster is awesome for your weight loss plan. As of this morning, I weigh 251, and that is 65 pounds down. Yesterday morning I weighed 250, but I did eat more. I ate more yesterday, which I don't think I ate too much. I just think I ate normal. During the whole process, we had people were bringing in food. We had a lot of volunteers from Joplin, Missouri. Where I live in southwest Missouri is about an 1.5 hours or 2 hours from Joplin. Actually, just to kind of give more background, I lived in the Joplin area for about 6 years. I actually graduated from a private Christian school in Joplin, Missouri. My husband's from that area. My husband's mother was a teacher at one of the elementary schools that was hit in Joplin off of Rangeline Road. So we have a lot of ties to Joplin. So it was really cool, these people that just showed up from Joplin. And they showed up to feed us, and they showed up and they brought chainsaws, and people worked in our yard. Actually had some people show up from my old high school, the church that was associated with my high school, so that was really cool. So anyway, but there was a lot of people, and a lot of it, was sack lunches, was sandwiches, was hot dogs. That kind of thing is awesome, and you don't really turn anything down. I did the best I could. One day I had one slice of pizza for lunch, and I did eat the crust. I ate one pizza crust. Another day, I ate a hot dog, and I ate the hot dog and the bun. But both of those on two different days, and on both those days, everything else I had and the rest of the day was low carb. But that was what was available. Honestly, when you're doing that much physical labor, pulling things out of houses and things like that, I mean, I think I was just burning anything that I was taking in. So anyway, yesterday was a little bit back to normal. I had a little bit for breakfast. I took my lunch to work. Monday, this is Wednesday. Monday was my first day back to work. I took 3 days off, plus the weekend, so it was a 5-day process to get everything cleaned up. So anyway, I took my lunch to work. I came back to my parents' house, and I cooked dinner. We're trying to get back into a normal routine because we do have a 2.5-year-old, and she is saying, I don't want to go to Nana Pop Pops. I want to go to my house. And so she just doesn't understand, and we've tried to shield her from the majority of it. We haven't taken her and shown her the house or whatever. We're telling her she's going to have a new house and a new room. So anyway, we're just trying to get in because I think I did look up a website about like dealing with the aftermath of natural disaster type stuff with children, and that was the biggest thing. Is they said to get back in a normal routine. So I've cooked. And so I think probably my weight's going to fluctuate a little bit. I think, I was down to 250 yesterday, but I think it was just because I wasn't eating nearly what I was putting out as far as, calorie consumption, that type of thing. So today, I'm going to continue on and try to be as normal as possible. I'll probably have an Atkins bar this morning. I'm not really that much into breakfast. I usually will have some coffee or a bar or something, so I'll do that this morning. Last night I made oven fried chicken for dinner, and I've got some of that left over and some mashed cauliflower, so that's going to be lunch. And then I'm going to do like a chili, a skillet chili type thing that uses black soybeans, ground beef, onions, cheese, sour cream, that type of thing for dinner tonight. So that's the plan. I hope I'm not going. No, I'm at 8 minutes. Okay. The oven fried chicken, just to let you guys know, it was really super quick and easy. Our stuff is scattered everywhere, and so I couldn't find my low carb cookbook. And I knew I wanted to do chicken because we had just been to the grocery store and bought a ton of chicken, and we were able to salvage all of our frozen stuff. So I had that laid out. It was all split chicken breast, all bone in, and I melted a stick of butter and put that in one bowl. In another bowl, I had ground up a bag of plain pork rinds, and then I added to that quite a bit of garlic, salt, and pepper. You could add paprika or anything else you wanted. I dunked the chicken in the butter on both sides, and then I put it in the pork rind mixture. And then you put that in a pan. I had a 13x9 pan, but it was not big enough for 4 split chicken breasts, so I had to use another small pan. So if you've got a big roaster pan, it would be better. And then you do that for all the chicken breasts. You put that in your pan, and you bake it. And I baked it for about 375. I'm still trying to figure out my mom's oven. I think it was a little bit hotter than mine was. So I did 375, and the recipe that I looked at was an old Better Homes and Gardens, like the old red and white cookbooks, but it was my mom's, and it's probably from the 70s, and so the recipe that I used I don't think is in my Better Homes and Gardens cookbook I have. But anyway, you bake that at 375. I baked mine for probably an hour and 20 minutes, or maybe a little bit longer, just to eyeball it. The recipe called for an hour, but I'm kind of weird about chicken. I'm always afraid that I'm not going to get it done. So I baked it for longer than that, but it looked really pretty. It looked like fried chicken. My batter wasn't covering the chicken as much as it probably could have, just because I didn't pull out my food processor and chop up the crumbs as fine as I could have. If I do that next time, I may use even more than a bag of pork rinds so I can really cover it up good. But I know I kind of jacked that recipe all around. So it's a pack of split chicken breasts, bone in, a stick of butter, a bag of pork rinds, plus whatever seasoning you want to do. Melt the butter, put that in one bowl. Chop up the pork rinds really fine, season that, put that in another bowl, dunk the chicken breasts in the melted butter, stir it in the crumbs, then put it in a roasting pan and bake in the oven at 375 for at least an hour, but check it because like I said, I did an hour and 20 minutes, so hopefully that got all the details. If there's anything that I missed or if you had any questions about that, just leave me a comment below. I'm at 10 minutes now, so I will wrap this up. That is my weight loss update. That's a recipe for you. I will try to vlog as much as I can, kind of things that are going on. I'd like to do something with what I've learned from this experience so far. Project Tin Pan, I will say I'm totally off of Project Tin Pan. We have our personal possessions are scattered from my parents' house to an apartment. My husband is an administrator of a nursing facility that has apartments, and our stuff is stored in one of those. My stuff is everywhere. At this point, you know, I'm not really looking to go out and buy any makeup or anything anyway. All of our money's going to various things, and I'm sure, you know, in the rebuilding effort. So I'll buy things as I need it, but I'm just, you know, it's a great way to do Project Tin Pan because you're going to use up what you need because you're not focused on the makeup stuff anyway. I will say it was really nice to get back into the routine of getting my makeup on and doing my hair and all of that and kind of focusing on that, not having to focus on cleanup stuff because I did not wear any makeup and my hair was in a ponytail for 5 days. So anyway, I hope you guys are doing well, and if you have any questions or comments or whatever, leave them below. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe, and I will talk to you in my next video. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.